Domination.
What is up, guys?
Secure the objectives.
This is your boy ShinDeon here, and I'm giving you guys another commentary gameplay on Domination. And I'm running around with the LSAT with target finder, grip. I actually throw a grip on this gun, even though I know grip is not huge. For some reason, I just feel like it'll work on this gun and it's needed on this. But anyways, quick reflex. So, and I'm actually playing with a friend of mine, who's a member of our team, family, organization, which is Ownation Z. Just to fill you guys in on who is Ownation Z, right? Ownation has been playing with Type Z for a very, very, very long time. Type Z has been around for a very, very, very long time. Type Z is probably longer than how long many of you been playing video games. Or we're probably, if you deduct about 9 years ago,
losing A.
In May will be 10 years as a team. But if you deduct us from if you deduct 9 years off your age right now, that's the time that I decided to create this gaming team with a good buddy named Sushi, and then we threw JP to the mix. Who's another guy who I actually just ran into like a day or 2 days ago, which is very surprising. But
Bravo lockdown.
One thing about Ownation is that he been part of the Type Z squad way back in 2003, and he been an original member since. He actually competed with us when Type Z used to compete very hardcore with the original members. Our last time, because I know, of course, we can't compete forever, you know. I mean, we can compete forever, but it's in a different way. We ain't going to be able to put the 4 to 8 hours of practice and try to become the best, you know, the greatest team in the world. There's a certain amount of time when you just like, you just got to be like, all right, I play, you know, you play enough, and then you got to know when in your time, you know, you got to know what to handle real shit in real life, you know. Like, pretty much we had to start handling real stuff in real life when a lot of the other gamers were still playing this hardcore. I kind of like felt like in 2008 was the year, was kind of our last year of playing, like all of us playing hard. I believe I competed on Shadowrun for MOG. That was my last one. I think it was Shadowrun and Halo 3. I competed in both of them. And I didn't have a real freaking set team for Halo 3, so you could cancel that. I had a good team when it was me, Demon D, Young Heat, and Wildcard. We were actually fucking the team to beat. We're freaking amazing. But
Warthog awaiting orders.
enough with that. Like, the thing is with Type Z, we were competing for a very long time, for a couple years. We built an amazing name for ourselves, and very, very strong in every game tournament we played in. Of course, MOG didn't host tournaments for like all the other titles, but there were other leagues out there that we actually did enter and played in their tournaments for LAN and online. And if you haven't heard any other LAN events or any other LAN or online tournaments, it's because you haven't played those games. Maybe you're stuck on just one title, and you know, and that one title was pretty much everything you were interested in. But another thing with Type Z was that we're all getting older, you know, competing for so long, we're getting older. And you just got to make a decision on, make sure you take care of important things in life, guys. And that's something I forward over to my team. Make sure they're handling the important part of their life and not waste so many years on this game and then try to fix their life up when they're old. So another thing is like I got my own place at the age like around 22. It was actually, and I'm 28 right now. So it was 22 when I moved into a nice little small apartment where there was a living room. It wasn't that small, but it was like, of course, my home right now is much bigger than my condo. But you know, like in my condo right now, I got the first floor, second floor, and basement. But the thing is, when I moved into my nice small apartment, it was a living room, it was a kitchen, it was bathroom, it was a nice, pretty big sized bedroom, and it was good. You know, it was very good. I can invite like a bunch of friends over, which I did through parties there. And we had like over 40 plus people that came over. But anyways, one thing I want to make sure people do, I know there's a lot of the gamers and competitive players that that used to have arguments, you know, with my team back in the day. They used to try to say negative things and all that. And they were living in their mom's house. Many of those players I still see today. And they're doing the same thing. They're just sitting here, they're wasting a lot of lifetime playing. My opinion is like just take a break from the gaming for a couple years, you know, like I did. Just take a break for a couple years. You can still play for fun here and there, but you need to stay focused and take life very serious and move forward and get some things done in your lifestyle. Like if you don't have your own place, maybe you should focus on getting your own place. Because one thing is, you're probably thinking, oh, my parents going to help me in my place and they can fund you, or they're okay with me living in their home. No, that's okay. When I stayed in my mother's home, my mother, it was fine staying in her home. I can always go back to her house. But that don't fix anything in your lifestyle. You need to learn how to get your own place. There's experience in life that many of you need to know. You need to learn how to get your own place and do it on your own. You also need to know how to like manage money. You also, it's so much things to know that you need to learn it. You know, of course you get knowledge from people, but honestly you should like take the experience and move out of your, if you're right now at the age of 23, 24, you should have a game plan to get out of whoever house you're in. If you're in someone else's house and not your own, you should find a game plan on getting out. And I'm dead serious as I tell you this. Because you're getting too old, and when you get older, you're just going to want it all to pop up in your face. I'm 28 years old, and there's nothing that popped up in my face for free right now. I work for my shit. You know, and it's not even just working to get your stuff. It's about how organized, like how you organize things in your life. How you like manage your money right. When to spend things and stuff like that. You got to know how to organize yourself very well. And since I did it at the age of 22, I'm like, you know, I'm mastering it at my age of 28. But everyone always can learn something, no matter how old you are. You know, there's just so much stuff to learn in this world. So, I mean, I'm 28 and there's a lot to learn. You know, I'm still learning as my days go by every day. As far as career goes, there's always another career you might be interested in over, you know, the first one you chose, you know. As far as school goes, like I have a family. So, you know, same thing with a lot of other Type D members. Many of the Type D members, they got older now. Like Hulk, he got a family. Which Hulk is a member of Type D, you know, for many of you who don't know who that is. He's been around since, like, he's an original member, too. I've been around since way back in 2003. But Hulk got a family, wife and daughter. Actually, I believe Hulk got two. No, he have one daughter. And, you know, I have a kid. I have my son, little Dion, and my wife as well. And, you know, a lot of other gamers, like Ownation, he's in Stony Brook College. And he's not just in regular college. Like, he's in a regular college, but he's studying for something that's very serious. That takes like 8 years to be done. You know, I forgot exactly what it was. I think it was like he was studying something for cancer, but well, which is amazing. But and J-Rock is in the Marines. Wildcard's in the Marines. I mean, a lot of our Type Z members are making things happen in their life. And we all, you know, came up rough. All of us had a rough lifestyle. We all didn't live in, like, great homes or live in the suburbs like many of you guys. We all lived in, like, the city. And came up from, like, you know, like the hood. Some of us came from the hood and working our way out of this, man. We sit, we talk to each other, we treat each other like a family, and we still stay in contact with each other. So that's just a little lifestyle about Type Z to you guys. Just take it. And in the videos, man, watch, learn, and subscribe. And tell your friends about me, man. I'll give you guys some more information about Type Z in the next videos, man. Glad to have you around. ShinDeon the place to be, man. I represent